All right. Can everybody see me in the camera? All right, you see the blue shit around me? That just means that the backdrop is colder than my body temperature. Okay, so basically if you take me out of it, the whole thing fluctuates. Okay, but this is legit. So what we're looking for are those blue spots, but in those blue areas, you may actually come across a blue orb or something that has some kind of structure to it. Those items of structure will have a white outline around it and will move intelligently. Okay, so you're going to be holding this just like this, horizontally, all night long, and it's already on record. Do you see the red square? Yep. It needs to stay a red square. I like to have 2 sets of eyes on that, so...
Okay. Okay.
Wait, we have 2 lovebirds. 2 lovebirds over here.
2 twins. 2 twins.
We're all cousins.
Wow.
We're all cousins with
Plus
significant
one.
others. Yeah. Like she's not my cousin, unfortunately.
They like each other. They're those cousins that do that. Don't say that.
Okay,
That's
spirit box.
Spirit box.
Spirit box
Not
actually
really.
sweep through radio stations, allowing us to hear different kinds of voices, whether it comes from...
Jake wants that one.
It's going to go through a radio station with a DJ, a singer, somebody singing through it, or some type of commercial, or we'll hear a disembodied voice, which means it's going to go over top of that static. So it's going to flip through this very, very quickly. This is not the one that records. So, Jake, we need to know exactly what you hear. I want you to think of this thing as Bumblebee from Transformers.
If I think of it,
Jake is a
actually goes
believer.
to soul.
I
can switch on.
It's like
yeah.
scan.
No, Jake is like very into
There's only
this.
one
Jake,
button you need to know.
Jake,
It's on the
do it.
back of the speaker. It's in the very center. Just feel for the center, and it turns it on.
It's like the
And
start
then
of like
turn it
a
off.
horror
So
movie.
while I'm talking, obviously we're going to leave it on. Okay? So 2 people go to that.
Who's gonna die first?
Asa.
This is literally
Do I have another couple?
Another couple.
Yep.
Yep, Courtney and Patrick.
Oh, were
No,
you guys
I
not
had-
volunteering?
No, I am not a goat. I don't know.
Wait, Charlie, you're not.
No, dude, that's fucking.
Oh, sorry, it's
Jake the Snake and Chuck the Duck.
Alright. Another spirit box does the exact same thing as theirs does, only it records the entire thing. Your volume button is at the very top. It's a turnstile, so you turn it up. Obviously, we don't want to hear that song, so we want to start to sweep it. There we go. So volume up, volume down, obviously when I'm talking. And it'll record the entire thing. So 2 sets of ears actually on there. So that way you guys can kind of verify each other. Same way of what they're doing over there.
It's short term.
All right. Any skeptics in the group? Anybody that doesn't believe in ghosts at
Oh,
all?
That one right there.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm a firm
Give
believer.
it to Asa.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Strong and
That is the one.
It's like the male version of Beyonce.
Jake and I are like hard believers.
okay.
We've had
All right,
our own
so guys, let's
experiences.
get you all lined back up again, because if these are going to intermingle, you guys need to know how all this shit works.
Guys.
Can you please re-explain to me what I'm supposed to do with this?
So
I know,
that
we're
is
gonna get
another
started.
spirit box. You're listening for voices that are going to come through, either a DJ, somebody singing, commercial. You're only going to hear probably 1 to 2 words at a time. So I need to know what those are, or if a disembodied voice comes over top of those things, because the static's going to go very, very quick.
Okay, so we turn this up when you either tell us to or when you're not speaking.
Correct.
Excuse me, sir. It's in your pocket.
All right.
Show them the difference.
You said it's the blue.
Stand against the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna take another cousin.
Dying.
I'm exhausted.
What station are you on?
It doesn't matter.
105.
Please don't do this to me right now. I'm sweating to death.
Okay. This is acting super weird, but where's my skeptic again?
Right here.
Okay, so this is an EMF detector, everybody. So what this will do, normally it stays on green. It measures 3 different types of electromagnetic fields. Now, for some odd reason, it's all the way up to orange and it's staying there.
Right now.
But it's going to measure 3 different types. The Earth gives us green. Something man-made will give us a pulse or a steady signal. Okay, so that would be a very rhythmic pattern, like you could see the rhythm in it. Something from the paranormal world is going to be erratically crazy. So I usually give this to my skeptic, and I have no idea why it's stuck on. I just tested it with my phone for something man-made. So when it starts going up to red, that's when we're really going to be interested in what's happening.
Asa, let me know when it's red.
When it's red, Asa the skeptic.
If you see me running,
Ace of the liar.
You better run too.
If I run, you better run.
well, boy.
If I run, I'll
to
see
red,
you at the
I'll be.
Mine's going up.
I'll be.
Oh, you have to go through all and
Going 10.34.
All right.
We don't have any more pizza. They're haunting me.
I'll go get
We
pizza.
probably will for the next 4 days.
All right, you guys good?
Yep.
All right, next item.
What?
So, these guys are grids, which are lasers, which can be dangerous. I'm not trying to be an ass, but who's not drunk? That does not have a gadget. Okay, so
She's sober. She's the most sober.
She doesn't drink.
okay, so then pass that off to somebody else. So listen up. What these guys do, the first one is a laser grid. It's red. It's a full square spectrum. The reason why I use this one, this helps us see things that we cannot see with the naked eye. If something passes through it, it's going to look like a flash out of your peripheral vision. So even if you were looking at me, you would be able to see that quick flash. In the event we actually capture something and it stays there and we get it on camera with the digital pictures, then I can put that into 3D software and we can get the full 3D image of the full apparition. So that one's going to go to you. Who else is sober?
That is might be like more sober.
Okay.
I'm a little bit
I'm like in the middle. Like in the middle.
Are we getting judgmental now? Like,
Who's the most?
So here's the thing. Lasers
Is this
will
the
get me
cops?
arrested. So that's
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
got you.
Give
Then. I got you. Yeah, I got you.
so.
We're good. I'm not trying to get you arrested.
All right, this one, pretty much the same thing, only it doesn't have the squares. So we're literally just looking for things out of your peripheral vision.
Oh, sweet. So, like, if anything passes through.
This is exactly what it'll look like, just so you know what you're looking at.
dude, I've seen those before. I don't know where.
That's what I heard. I don't know.
It's lit.
Yes,
Boy, you got them stars up in
So
your
what we do with those lasers is we keep them down and we
point them
move them
down
like
the whole
5
time?
feet. Not
Yes.
necessarily. I'll give you the heads up for lasers.
Ooh. I'm your laser lady.
Keep
I'm on
it
this.
under control.
All right.
Alright, let's do it.
We're not done yet. We got more. Right?
Is there more lasers? Like, do you have another laser thing? Or no?
Yes, I do actually.
Yes, if you have more lasers, I would love lasers.
All right, so we also have to debunk what actually happens with our thermal imaging. Okay, so basically what Dan is gauging is if he's standing where I am and he looks at the wall and he says, "Hey Nick, there's a blue spot right in the center of that wall and I can't figure out what it is." First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to test the whole wall. So everybody look at the red dot above you.
Lasers? Yes.
And it's only going to measure the wall. Now, if I say the wall is the exact same temperature all the way across, now I know that there's something in between Dan and the wall. So that's where we have ambient temperature. Okay. So I don't make shit up, guys. This is real for me. So when we're out in the field, like this is what we do.
Yeah.
We don't say, "Oh my God, the demon's within me." Like we actually debunk things first. So the bottom number on this guy gives you the temperature.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I was telling Pat, don't.
The bottom number gives you the temperature. The top number is humidity. Now this guy shuts off by itself
100, dude.
all the time. So just there's a button right down here in the bottom right. Turn it off, turn it on. That's it.
Fire. This is shit. Fuck yeah.
So
How do I?
Look at your screen.
Okay.
How do I measure all of you for
Is he
ghosts?
sick or?
Bitches? How do I know that you're not?
I'm just taking Pat's temperature.
Dude, this is the
Very,
This is what they use at the airport today.
Who knows? Who knows? With this device, who knows?
Alright,
Rach, you're
Guys,
103.
good.
Alright,
That's about how I feel.
let's go.
Let me get your audio started. And guys, we start here for a reason. Okay? So this place is haunted. What's today's date? The 7th?
The 7th going into the 8th.
August 7th. What defines a haunted place?
Wait.
Okay, let's ask questions after you.
This place is haunted.
That's what I'm. Pat,
Now.
stay still.
Guys, literally, we can be out here till 1 o'clock.
Only till
That's
11.
fine. Only until 11.
No, we're going to go to 11:30. But again, if I'm out here till 1 o'clock, it's going to be a big, big problem. The police will stop us
We
and
won't do
say,
that to you.
because I'm that guy. Everybody knows that guy. Okay. All right. So this place used to be called Big John's. Big John's was named after a football player, John Kennedy, from the 1947 Giants.
Nice.
Don't ask me
World
any
War
more
II.
about the guy, but I don't
World
follow
War II
sports.
football player.
So Big John used to sit in the
Badass.
back of the bar, and we had the Citadel nearby. The cadets would come by, and they'd grab a drink. John would let the bartender know if they were of age. He pissed off two guys one night who said that they weren't of age, and the two guys left, came back the next night. They took the register from the front of the building. Big John pulls out his 45, and he takes one out. So the bullet hole is still in the front of this building. Said that anybody that sits in the front of this bar, now it's obviously closed, they're working on it. It used to be a place called Cane Rum Bar, but gets a little queasy, disoriented, dizzy, those kind of things. I do get EMF readings from time to time in the front of this building. When I say from time to time, that's a good thing. We don't want the same thing that can occur all the time. Okay? I mean, I do this tour every night and I never know what's going to happen. That's why we go to the places that we do. So I bring up this story on purpose. If anybody, and I know I have a skeptic or two within the group, is not feeling well or watch, we got cars coming.
Put out.
If anybody throughout this tour is not feeling well, in any place of this tour, I've had people pass out before. I've had
Right
people.
now?
Not now, but when we meet George, yes.
When we,
I mean,
anywhere throughout the tour, if you're not doing
Well,
well,
are we in front of George?
Sony, just let him talk.
it's just John.
Yeah.
Big John's. I'm saying throughout
J.
the tour, I bring up. The story is for purpose.
Okay.
So for throughout the tour, this is one of the reasons why I started here.
I have a cousin named.
Yeah.
Never mind.
People pass out, they don't feel well. It just does not go well at all. And, seizures, the whole nine. I've seen it all. So there's some places we're gonna go to tonight that
Does the name Ellen ring a bell?
Ellen?
Okay, never mind.
Why would it?
Weird.
You hearing Ellen?
It said, I'm Ellen, and I just.
Okay.
damn,
freaked
Pat, you
out
already
for a
seen
second.
signals?
I heard
Ellen,
too. I heard Ellen.
One thing I did not show you guys.
Oh,
is the
wow.
Two things I'm gonna use on my phone. So I will use a spirit box on my phone. It gives us the list of words. Over 84 terms. So to clear that out.
So Big John shot a couple of dudes from the Citadel that were talking shit at the bar.
Yeah, pretty much. They stole
Big
the
John
register.
used to live here.
No.
Big John
Work here.
played in the NFL
Work
in
here.
1947,
Big
which
John
means he
was
for
like,
sure
hell no,
went to
I
World War
drank
II.
way too many beers here.
42 to 46.
You ain't going to see the rest.
And he said, "What's up, Playboy?"
I also use a reverse spirit box on my phone, and it stays with me because the audio is also on me. And this way, you guys can hear the EVP sessions that I'm doing as well. Okay, so I'm going to play this for you guys. All right, let's quiet down for a second. Just so you guys, it's a reverse spirit box. So what it does is it plays those FM stations backwards. So when I hear something forward, I was meant to hear. Watch for cars.
What's up with that backwards forwards thing with being
Alright,
Come on.
it's a stick shift, alright? It goes backwards, it goes forward, whatever the fuck you want to do.
Good God.
Yeah.
Next spot.
I feel like the whole point of this is inquiry, and I'm losing sight of
As soon as you start walking, be great.
Alright, let's do it. I'm ready. I'm ready to take on a ghost head on.
Only when they want to do it right. So, we are actually going to head this way.
Don't mess with me. I have a laser. Someone whispered to you that she was Ellen? No. Goodness.
I got you. I got you.
You deserve sushi.
I almost forgot that they don't care.
This is the 100 spot.
Alright, so a couple rules here. This is the place where they keep the horses for the carriages. The horses are in the barn.
There are horses
Kind
in
of have to keep the noise down because we will spook them. No lasers can go in those windows, including all of the holes
Can they
down
go on
there.
the ground?
Go on the ground. Anything below those windows, we are good to go in those areas.
I can turn this puppy on. This thing seems to be off.
Oh shit. It's an F-150, dude.
Sorry.
Okay, chill. Alright?
I pointed at it and it
The
went off.
half goes out here.
I'm just like cycling radio stations with this puppy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Man, let's get wrap up.
I got one bar here, man.
Who does not have a gadget?
I'm not saying anything, but the truck had 2, and he started. And
I don't have a gadget.
Oh, James needs a gadget. This guy right here. Look at that. Right here. This guy. Yeah, we got one now.
All right.
I'm gonna share my gadget.
Looks like we're back down to 1.
Oh shit! Light it up. Light it up.
All right. Guys, clear box.
What?
All right. So this is where you guys get to play. But again, you gotta kind of keep it down. We're not spoofing those punks. I'm friends with these people.
Your voice is
One of the few competitors I have that I'm friends with. So we're gonna keep it that way. As far as actual visual pictures go, no vehicles, no people can be in. That's crazy. Fair enough. All right. So I will bounce around with you
Who's
guys.
that?
Let's get
Who's
this
that?
process going.
Is that Jake?
You just walk around and
Soft ass. Yeah, we don't care about them. We're gonna look for some wild horses.
Oh my God, I see it right there.
Sorry, you're completely fine. It's not like it's never happened.
No,
With this many, I have to try to keep it under control. That's all.
no. The problem is they didn't think it was going to happen because it was raining. So I promise you, like, when you're on it, and like ripping shots and
Gotcha.
but yeah, feel free. Just cut it off at 11 so you can go back home. Like, I want to see shit, but there's going to be
Honestly,
assholes.
the best time to see this stuff, it's not always on the tour. It's in the evidence that I'm scrolling.
Okay.
So, I mean, we'll go through some of my major hotspots, and we'll kind of call it a night.
Yeah, just call it at 11 because they're going to be like assholes about everything. Yeah, sorry again.
I don't want
I know you're cool about it, but
Well, the thing is, I take it very seriously.
no, I know.
So,
I love this shit too, and like half of us, you can tell, like are fascinated by this.
I gotta
But
keep them in the same area.
here, I'll grab it.
Yeah, so if you can just keep them down.
Yo, Rach. Yo, Chuck, Rach, Rach. Yo, Nick. They're being assholes about everything. All of them, like Rach, Chuck, Asa, Joe. I don't know, he was like, if you could corral them just until 11, because I had to get really serious. Here, wait, hold this for a second. Or actually, just go past.
And he said there would be what?
There's nothing around here. There's nothing.
Why is it all bad?
Just nothing's happening.
I thought it was bad if someone was there. Yeah. And it's orange whenever there's a person.
And again, just like I was telling Dan, it's not always something you can, like, you're going to visually see. It's me catching it in the evidence in the morning
Yeah.
of
that's
watching it
really
on my
cool.
TV. So,
Yeah. That's awesome.
because they do go through it with some of our hot spots.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
I
pretty
kind of
cool.
skip around.
It's a large zombie.
Close to him. I didn't looking.
Wait.
Actually, turns your button. So when you turn it this way,
Oh,
you get more
cool.
dots.
Yeah. So you can see more so if someone's like.
exactly. It's okay to go a little bit further ahead of you.
Wait, so how do you actually see? So like, for example, if like my foot's
So
here.
how I use this guy when I'm in a or if I'm, I'm gonna go ahead and take
Turn
it
your
from you.
light on. That's so cool.
So I'm gonna actually like spread it out in front of me, and I'm not looking at the dots. I'm looking at what's coming in between the dots. Whatever in between me and the dots. So
That's what I was thinking.
you have the digital
Because
camera,
like
right?
if a foot's there, you don't
You have the
see it.
digital
through
camera?
the-
Oh, no, you have the
Hold on, let me check the temperature. Hold on. Hold on.
That's what I'm curious about.
We're at 86.5.
But like for example,
Make
if
sure
I'm walking
everything's okay.
86.5. 86.5.
Good thing, good thing.
Okay, hold on. Let me check
right?
the
You know
horse.
what I mean?
Yeah. I know.
Charlie, put your arm down.
Laser
Them
blade.
horses will kick.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, they're at 84.7.
Well, that's the tin.
Okay, well.
That's the metal.
Well, that's how you
I just
know
want to make sure the
there's
horses
other,
are
like, you can't see, like, feet or something on
No, check this out. What is this? Okay, fine. If
You are literally looking for.
Here you go.
I want you to go ahead and look at me for a second.
Yeah.
So if you're talking to me,
Right.
you see that flash? Don't look down. Look at me. You see that?
Yeah.
That's what you're reading.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's not
So you're
like
not gonna see it like in the.
it's not gonna come in and say hi. I'm right
No, I
here.
thought I was gonna
Yeah.
see like a break in the circle. You gotta keep it.
might,
You gotta keep it
but
going, right?
Literally, not necessarily. It's literally because this thing
You're
will actually
looking for a
burn up.
flash.
Yeah, it's going to be a very quick, and it might not even be that big.
Gotcha.
So even
it
like
might be like look like a butterfly, right?
James, how cool is your titty?
Okay.
91. You need to cool that titty down.
You need to drop about 6.
Where's the digital camera? Who has the digital camera?
You. Right there.
Daniel has it. Daniel.
I have it. Yeah, I have it.
Oh, there he is. No,
I have the digital camera.
No, you have the phone.
Your teeth are good, man.
Pat has big teeth.
We all have big teeth. We're cannons.
Hey, you look like Hollow Man. You ever see that movie with the...
Friends.
All right, let's go. Just 45 more minutes, even less.
All right, go ahead and shut that off.
Jake, that ghost was way too loud.
I haven't figured out how to work my gadget.
All the
Well,
time.
one button. That's all I need to hit. One button. Keep hitting all the others.
Oh, I thought it was a pressure.
All right. So everybody kind of has a quick gist of what your gadgets actually do. Yes. I know you guys have some questions already. So we're actually going to go learn a little bit about history, and we're going to be in another parking lot with other vehicles where people might be coming in and out of. So be aware of all of the other vehicles coming through, and no pictures in that lot because there's so many cars. Okay, so thermal imaging is fine, but the actual digital camera, definitely a no. So let's head over to this other lot.
No more jams, Jake.
I just wondering, like, beer pong and you gotta run to love each other. This is not the recipe for love. I told him I love him. Shut up. I like him though. He does mean to love. No, I'm saying him. Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Let's gather everybody over. So, all right, so guys, this is actually a pretty big historical spot for Charleston. It's the Eliza and Charles Pinckney mansion site. So their mansion would have been in the front. We're talking colonial times, 1750s.
Yeah.
Their garden would have been lined up with wherever that blue Jeep or that white Jeep is right there, and then the slave homes would have been in the back. Yes, Eliza loves to chat with me here. Yes.
Really? Right here?
Well, the whole lot.
Look at that light.
So,
Look at that light.
we're gonna get to that in a second.
Oh.
That's the thing too. So
Damn, that light is
guys, the cool thing about this location is that Eliza Lucas. Can we turn off the spirit box? And I'll have to reset it for you.
No, I got it.
No, it's not sweeping. So, Eliza Pinckney discovered and started the business for indigo, which is blue dye.
Okay.
There's a whole story behind it.
Indigo in.
Yeah, everything around here. Indigo Inn, we have the Pinckney Inn, all of these things. So indigo is the blue dye that makes your blue jeans blue. So we still use it today. It was a big cash crop for Charleston because our rice plantation went to shit. So we needed something else to get Charleston back up and running. And she was also the businesswoman that sold it overseas because she's originally from England. So, spirit boxes, ask what her daughter's name was. She only had one.
Not happy we're here.
Yeah, actually she is.
Okay.
She likes you.
She's here, but she's happy.
So,
I thought I just read means mad.
no, not necessarily. It just means active.
You got that, boss.
That's sick, actually.
Yeah.
So that just measures activity, like what
just-
type of activity?
The three that I mentioned. So green would be from the earth.
Right.
A pulse would be from a man-made object. Something erratic going that high is something paranormal.
No,
That's
but
when we get excited.
Paranormal
yeah,
makes
sorry.
it red.
My question was like, what about the paranormal? Like, is it like
That's for us to find.
airwaves or something?
It's
Or
for us to
don't
to
know.
determine, because to me a spirit is energy. that measures electromagnetic field, which
That
is
makes
energy.
sense.
So when that's super active like that, it's not from wiring or my cell phone or something like that. It's something else.
Right.
So that's when we use other gadgets to communicate with.
Yeah.
So I'm literally going to be walking around with my spirit box trying to get a response out of her. Other spirit boxes, if we can kind of keep them a little bit lower than what we had in the last spot, but we need a base temperature read.
Not happy or happy or whatever.
Who's here?
Eliza.
That one's good to go.
Eliza.
Sweet.
So,
Temperature read. Who's got the temp? You.
my
Get
knee
that
also has
temperature
thermal
read over
imaging.
here.
What do you need? What do you need?
We need a temp.
Where?
Over
Where
here.
do you need temp reading? Right
Keep
here?
the lasers below the wall.
You said to ask what's ready.
Who got my high knee?
Eliza, we come in.
I wish I had one. I don't.
Went back.
Asa and Rachel. We'd appreciate if you could follow us.
About it right now,
She's like a
babe.
mate. She's like a mate.
About it
But
right now, babe.
Eliza, we are curious about
She's like, I'm gonna tell some
your
bitches
family.
about y'all.
What's your daughter's name? What was your favorite bitch, Eliza?
I'm gonna tell some bitches. A fart machine? You wanna talk to
Eliza's?
Eliza? I got the
Eliza's
answers.
fucking. Yeah, she's it's like getting very hot, like here. Eliza, Eliza, we come in
You're
peace.
disturbing. Sorry.
No, she liked it when I was here. She was getting like very red. A eucalyptus. Go up.
You actually hold that up as we're going to take a selfie and you can see that blinking light at the same time. This way? Nope, other way.
Other way.
The light at the same time.
Eliza.
Right there, stop. You see the light? They will usually go in sync because it's the same energy that's making those lights go.
Eliza's super responsive over here. It's magnetic field.
Watch for the cars.
Did you get the high noon?
I don't know, but I gave it to somebody else. I'll see you. Penis.
No, we're all mad that you.
Okay, do you want to...
Yes, I do.
Let me see that thing now.
I can't point this at anything without him saying something.
I'm done with this.
Like, every time I
I feel bad, but it's a failed expedition. Those are cousins over there smoking weed?
Pat, you're picking up anything. That's Ellen.
This is too much. It's too loud. No. It's too noisy.
Yeah.
I think this like church is trying to have like a wholesome get together, and we're like ghost hunting in their backyard.
I just feel like
Eliza.
cringy.
Yeah.
Looking, he's like he's supporting his career. Like a ghost man. Also, he told me a fucking high knee.
I knew. Let's get down to serious.
They're like real people. They started with their mom.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's go to the next spot, and then after that, just be like,
I know. Sorry, Dan.
James, what do you got?
let's go to the next spot with him, and after that, be like,
Yeah, we're done.
yeah. I don't think anyone's like.
One.
Yeah, so first thing in the morning.
I feel bad.
Yeah,
like,
man,
if
dude,
nobody's
just
taking it
Same. You can go
serious
home to his
enough.
family if it's like not.
Yeah. Should we just cut it off now?
Let's go to the next spot, and then if it's not, be like, I'm sorry, like we'll give you a 5-star review.
I
Try
agree.
to learn more. But I mean, I was always into the paranormal as a kid.
Right, Raven.
Alright, so let's get everybody gathered up.
Come on.
Alright, so we are actually going to move on to the next spot. It is about 3.5 blocks away. So lasers, no. Absolutely none. Even the infrared thermometer. So we're going to have to keep that low. Spirit boxes, if you can listen to them at a decent level, great. There shouldn't be any kind of foot traffic going on. We're actually out pretty late. Charleston usually goes to bed at 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's weird. So, but we're going to keep on rocking and go check out a crazy old alley. How about that?
Fire. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
What was my temperature?
I would never blind you. Okay, first of all, well, 98.6. Come on, everybody. Standard. I'll tell you that right off the bat.
Everyone's been bringing my legs.
Well, maybe you should have like thought twice and waited.
I'm not on the door.
Don't just like leave me there alone. I'm not the only one who thinks about that.
Okay, are
And you could have just waited
do you
until like
want to
you know.
talk about how it was really pushing me away? And
I understand that. Then
yeah,
just
but you
wait
don't,
for me.
you don't understand that because I talked to
And
you.
then just wait
and then I
for me
got
to come
pissed
out, and
you
then I
did it
would have
again, and I
talked to you.
stormed out. Sorry, relax. It's not a big deal.
I'm saying I'm
You're
not
not
the only
being
one.
empathetic towards me. Like,
Stop.
he really pushed me again.
I understand that,
No,
and I
you
heard
don't.
that.
Babe, no, after I
Then
talked to you
just
in the
wait
bathroom
for
again.
me.
I did. And I
you
knocked
didn't.
on the door
Okay.
3 separate times. Like, you're not being empathetic. Like, I literally just, like, went through hell trying to fucking maintain my temper. Like, and you, like, just relax, but just, like, I knocked on the door 3 different times, and I was with. No, don't tell me to stop because literally everyone's been fucking attacking me since I got here. Literally no. And I don't need you as my best friend to fucking attack me too. Because I didn't wait for you 3 different times, and you keep shaking your head. I called you. I knocked on the door. I literally waited. No, you are attacking me for. Are you turning this on me? Hey, you need a kiss. Stop, baby. You can't tell me straight up that you're being pathetic and then, like,
No,
really
really, just stop.
I'm hurting my face.
Seriously, stop.
Frustrated by everything.
Okay.
I love that. I expect you to be on my side now that even you're. I love this story. That's right?
Yeah.
Oh, you have a ghost. It's the ghost of
I
love.
hope so.
It's the ghost of love.
I'd love to be haunted right now.
It's the ghost of love.
Fuck me up.
I gave them a radio, I think was the problem. And I think we just lost it.
Oh no, I'm sure they're catching up. Oh,
That's them. That's them back there.
Yeah, they're back there.
A couple of them stopped in that bar, so we'll just go without them.
No,
But
Don't
they have
wait
the
for
radio.
saying that they have a radio.
No, we have lots of them.
Yeah,
No, we
no,
have
don't worry,
everything.
We'll grab it.
We have everything.
Oh yeah, we do have everything.
Yeah, we have everything. So
We're
we'll
gonna go
just.
back in the
Good
bar
job,
with them.
Joe. Alright, we'll go to the next.
Here,
We'll
I'll
go to
take
the
one.
This is the Starbucks.
Joe, good job. No, sorry. Alright. You can go with them too. Fucking Gabe.
Friday or Saturday night. How many are we down to?
5.
5 of you?
Yeah,
Wow,
we'll
that was
do
a big
this
drop.
last spot and then, yeah.
Okay.
They're like being assholes. Again, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I'm sorry for making you wait too.
I've had worse. Like normally 9:30. If I don't even at least get a response, I'm just like, okay, I tried.
No,
They
the
didn't
thing
show
that
up.
sucks
Keep
is
your
like
money.
half of us are actually very interested in this, and like the other half are just drunk assholes.
So
So
what you can probably do is just send them the text of the evidence page, and I'll have your guys' super guide done.
oh, sweet. This is what we need.
But you can listen to all the other tours. So if you guys want to hear the full stories of stuff,
No, I did, and I'm like into it. I believe that there's a
be
bunch
here
of
for at
shit.
least a few days. I'm guessing.
Only 2 days.
Okay.
We
At
leave
least
on
you'll have the
Sunday,
spots
but-
of where to
yeah.
go. Also, like all the apps and everything are listed at the top of the evidence page, so that way you guys can download them and use them for yourself when you're walking around downtown or going wherever you're going to go.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to stop you guys right at that white pipe. So, I thought we had 5. Let's see. Wait, there's another one? Or
No,
so
I
we
think
go
it's
back.
just 5.
At this point,
Yeah,
I
it's just
give up.
5. Or it's just 4.
Just
Alright, how do I,
Because Gabe ran away. He was scared.
how do I turn this on? Do you want to turn it off?
Well, we don't want to turn it on just yet. First off, people work here again, another break area, so it gets kind of weird. So I just kind of like let mine run here. And this place is actually one of our oldest streets in Charleston. Yes, people used to live on this street. So super cool. I have a full roster of residents. So I wait for names to pop up, which is usually what happens. So this is usually a place too where people would ask me questions before I knew all the history down here about like what do I actually do, you know, what was my work with the psychic like, those kind of things. But having that full list of names is super cool. The kind of people that live down here were poor. They were considered lower class. And they know that there was the archaeological dig in between the clay bricks to find artifacts of like silverware and their tools and those kind of things. We had like seamstresses, grocers, all kinds of stuff that went down here. So I did actually get a couple of weird terms. I was telling you, sorry, name again?
Lucy.
Lucy. I was telling Lucy, I did get the word infant when we were back at the Pinckney Mansion site.
Infant?
Yeah,
Infant.
because Eliza
Oh, that's a
Lucas
scary
actually
word.
lost an infant out of one of her 4 kids. Like, they died, I think, at like 6 months old. So they were still an infant. So there's actually a couple of interesting terms here. Like the word Riley, that's probably a last name given the time periods. We're talking early 1700s. But normally, like, we go a little bit further into the city where it's a little quieter. We can actually talk more about the stories, but obviously they weren't super interested. We can go to another spot while they're at the bar if you want, or I can let you guys go, whatever you guys want to do.
I said one more spot.
What's that?
I say one
Yeah,
more spot.
I think we should end it, to be honest, because I don't trust all of them at a bar.
Let's just go to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Lucy, I feel you so hard, but I just don't trust all 6
No,
of
I
them
agree.
at
I
a
agree.
bar.
But
And like they always are corrupt.
Here's my
and
question. What do you want me to do as far as what you paid? Like,
Just
I mean, you
like
guys...
take the night off and spend it with your
We're
friend.
paying you,
Yeah,
and
no
everybody's
matter
gonna Venmo.
And we
No,
we-
I already paid him, but I want to tip you extra. Can I Venmo you for an extra tip?
I mean, you can. There's actually an easier way to do it, but at the top of your... actually, we got the word DNA. That's interesting. Sorry, I
Oh
always
my
get
god,
distracted.
that's really weird.
Well, that's because we're cousins.
I know, he
so-
knows that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So that's why I said it was weird. But at
Oh.
the top of your evidence
I love
page, there's actually... I use kind of like a Patreon. It's called Buy Me a Coffee.
Oh.
But
Okay, so we can pay you through that instead.
can. But again, I'm more concerned with you paid full price for 11 people.
The thing is,
It's-
like,
we're just a bunch of
we
assholes,
enjoyed
so.
the tour, but
we got
everyone
fucked over by
was
our
just
friends that are over
too
there.
irresponsible, and like I don't trust them over at that bar by themselves because earlier today somebody got in a fight, and that's why we're
It's still really early in the day.
yeah. I'm sorry, man.
too
This
sober
was
for
awesome.
this.
That's why we're just being like
I just feel
protectionary
bad
at this
because
point.
honestly, there's so much
No,
more that
don't
we gotta
feel
take
don't
in.
feel bad at all. Like
You did a great job.
We just
I thought
Your
this was
rating's
awesome.
probably
and,
amazing.
like, yeah. I mean, you
again-
What do you
get,
rate?
like 5+ star.
I rate-
He's 5-0. He's a 5-0 star. That's why I picked this shit.
What's your name?
I got the name. Actually, I'll give you
I
guys
live
a
in
couple
Kendall.
minutes.
That's super fucking weird.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah. In Miami, she lives.
Literally,
in
I
Kendall.
live in Kendall. Yep.
I'm gonna leave
I
this
just
on until
saw.
I get to the car. So.
What's your name?
Nicholas McGurr. Nicholas.
Yeah, Nick.
McGirr.
Jack Kendall, like the way it's spelled, Kendall.
It was the correct
Yes,
spelling too.
Kendall. Yes.
Kendall.
IR. You mean?
That's me.
That's weird. Have you gotten that before or no?